Welcome to the website of the Center of Studies and Research of the Ministry of Health. Whether you are a first-time visitor or have been here before, you will always find some information that is new and useful. In this presentation, we shall explain the process of online submission of your research proposal. Although you can access all the functions of the home page, you need to have a username and password in order to submit a research proposal. If you are a new user, please click on New User to proceed. This will take you to a list of technical focal persons in each governorate and at the 2 tertiary hospitals. Their phone numbers and email addresses are given here. As an MOH staff, please contact the focal person of your governorate and request for a username and password when you are planning to submit a research proposal. The focal person will generate a username and password for your use. Back on the home page, you can enter your username and password to log in to start the proposal submission process. It may take a few seconds to log you in, and then you'll be taken to your personal page. Click on the account detail to see your account information, to change your password or any other change as required. If you had submitted any research proposal earlier as the principal investigator, you will be able to see the status of each of your earlier proposals. If you are planning to submit a new proposal, click on Submit New Proposal to access the proposal form. The proposal form has 2 sections. The first section is common to all proposals. You need to type in the title of the research proposal in English and also in Arabic if possible. You need to fill in the required contact details. Some of the information can be selected from pull-down menus, while others have to be filled in manually. Please note that some of the fields are mandatory and you cannot proceed to the next section unless these are filled. The information required in each field is clearly specified. If the research is supervised and is for an academic qualification, the particulars of the supervisor must also be given. You may fill the required information by typing in directly into each of the boxes. Alternatively, you may open a file that has the information that is needed and copy and paste the required information from that file. Note that each box expands to accommodate the full length of the text. The subject matter that has to be filled into each box is clearly mentioned adjacent to the box. There are also leading questions or prompting information that makes it easier even for a novice researcher to fill this form correctly. There are 6 separate forms in the next section, and the researcher has to choose only one of them to fill, and that depends on the study design of the research proposal. A guiding information is given in an algorithm which can be viewed in a separate tab by clicking on the link as shown. The 6 forms are numbered A1, A2 and A3 for clinical studies, B, C and D as shown. The algorithm will help to identify which form to use based on the nature of the study and the research design. Before proceeding to the next section, you should click on one of the 4 choices between clinical research, qualitative study, non-clinical quantitative study, or other design. If you select clinical study, you need to again select between a clinical trial, a case control study, or a cohort study. Once you select the type of study you are planning to do, the corresponding form will open in the next window. If you select a clinical trial, Form A1, which is designed for clinical trial, will open. In this form, you need to describe the recruitment process of the study participants and control participants, allocation technique, the proposed intervention or experiment, blinding, masking, and other measures taken to avoid bias, including contamination, co-intervention, the outcome measurement, and other characteristics that are critical or specific for a clinical trial. Similarly, if your study is a pure qualitative study, click on Form B, Qualitative Research, to proceed. You need to fill Form B, which is designed for qualitative studies. Near the end of each proposal form, there are multiple upload buttons for browsing and uploading files that need to be attached to the research proposal. These files should include the consent form, participant information sheet, data collection tool or questionnaire, CV of each of the researchers, approval letter from the parent institution, and any such documents that are related to the proposed research. If you are planning to apply for a research grant from the Ministry of Health, you should select that option and fill out the budget form as well. At the end of each form, you can select to go back to the previous section to review it, save and close to come back and continue later, save and continue, or take a printout. When you are satisfied that the proposal form is correct, complete, and in order, click Submit. Please note that once you submit the form, you will not be able to edit it after that, as it will be forwarded for processing. After you log out, please return to the home page and give us a feedback on your experience in filling out the online proposal form. Click on Contact Us menu in the header bar to do this. We will be happy to get your comments and suggestions, as this will help us to improve the system and the process of research proposal submission. As seen in this section of the process flowchart, the administrator at RERAC will screen the proposal and, if appropriate, forward it to the selected reviewers of the RERAC committee. The reviewer of the RERAC committee will log in using username and password. In the reviewer's login page, there will be the list of proposals and the status of each proposal. Click on View Edit option to open any proposal for review. The reviewer can view the research proposal and write comments, suggestions, ask for clarification, or make queries in the reviewer's review box or the comments box. The review comment boxes are located at the end of each subsection of the research proposal, where entries can be made by the reviewer, but not in the text box of the submitted proposal form. The reviewer is encouraged to give comments and feedback on as many subsections as required. At the end of the review panel, there is a section for the reviewers to give an itemized score for the proposal. Each item is scored out of 10 using a drop-down score ranging from 0 to 10. The reviewer also has to give a decision on the acceptability of the proposal. The options are approved as presented, approved with minor or major changes, or disapproved. After completing the review, the reviewer clicks Submit, and this completes the review process by the reviewer. As shown in this section of the process flow chart, based on the reviewer's comments, score and decision, the RERAC committee will take a final decision and the PI will be notified accordingly. We hope this new system of processing research proposals on the website of the Center of Studies and Research of the Ministry of Health will be user-friendly, transparent and efficient. If you found it to be good and useful, please tell others and also encourage them to do research. If not, please tell us. Thank you.